What a session it was today, everyone. We saw those initial market gains just completely evaporate.
Yeah, definitely a turnaround.
But then advanced micro devices, AMD, just surged over 6% against that broader tide. Wild stuff. And Bitcoin, well, it gave us a truly clear reversal signal we touched on yesterday. Welcome back to the Stock Market Summary Series. And as always, you guys know by now, nothing here is investing or financial advice. Just, good old market commentary and trading education.
That's right.
If you find these daily insights helpful, you already know what to do. A quick like and subscribe really helps us out and ensures you stay updated with the latest. We appreciate it.
It was certainly a choppy session today. Reflected a real battle between buyers and sellers, I think. Markets initially gapped up pretty nicely.
They did.
But then we saw sellers step in pretty decisively, pushing indices lower for most of the day. It felt like a stark shift from that modest rebound we were discussing just yesterday.
Absolutely. The S&P 500, the SPY, it slid 0.43%, pulled back sharply from that 6,270 resistance level we flagged on Monday.
Yeah, that level held again.
And the Dow, DIA, took an even harder hit, down 1%, drifting further from its December highs.
But interestingly, the NASDAQ, QQQ, finished, basically flat. It was really buoyed by tech's surprising resilience again, sort of echoing the strength we mentioned yesterday, right?
Exactly. And what's really fascinating here is that contrast. While the Russell 2000, the IWM, it struggled the most, tumbling almost 2%.
Ouch. Yeah, 1.96%, a stark reversal from its little pop on Monday.
Right. But AMD, advanced micro devices, just defied gravity, surged over 6%, and on heavy volume too. That kind of independent strength, in a generally weak market, that's always worth a closer look.
Absolutely, a standout for sure.
And when we look closer, AMD was kind of riding the momentum from what traders call a bull pullback pattern.
Yeah.
Right around that $135 level.
The bull pullback. Classic setup.
Yeah. For those wondering, that's a technical setup where a stock dips briefly within its uptrend, often gives a strong buying opportunity before potentially continuing higher. We also saw some big jumps in names like Alibaba and Baidu, both over 8%.
Wow, big moves there too.
So technology, XLK, was actually the only sector in the green today, up nearly 0.9%. Meanwhile, consumer discretionary, XLY, led the downside, falling about 1.4%.
Shows that sector rotation, or maybe just sector strength, really matters day to day.
It really does. It just goes to show how crucial it is to identify these high conviction setups, even when the broader market's wobbling. And this is exactly the kind of detailed pattern recognition we dive into in the Grok Trade Mentorship program.
Good point.
Yeah.
Now, shifting gears a bit to the economy. Today's core inflation data was definitely a focal point.
Right, the CPI numbers.
Yep, the June Consumer Price Index. It rose 0.3% monthly and 2.7% annually. Now, while that matched expectations.
Okay, so no big surprise there.
Well, yes and no. The persistent uptick from May, even though expected, kind of signals that the Fed's battle against inflation, it's far from over. That could push back rate cut expectations.
And that could explain why those initial market gains got wiped out so quickly today. Makes sense.
Exactly. Ties it together.
So what's next on the economic calendar that investors should be watching?
Everyone's waiting for tomorrow's Producer Price Index, the PPI data. Then Thursday brings the retail sales report. And Friday's packed Michigan consumer sentiment, building permits, a whole slew of releases.
Okay, lots to digest. These reports are all potential catalysts for market direction. They offer new clues about the economy's health.
Definitely key data points coming up.
By the way, if you've got a stock you're watching or maybe a question about the markets, please drop it in the comments below. We'd love to see what you're tracking and perhaps break it down in a future episode.
Yeah, definitely let us know. Now, onto crypto and metals. Also had some interesting moves today. Bitcoin pulled back 2.77%, down to around $113,300.
And that follows that candlestick pattern we highlighted yesterday, right?
Precisely. That move followed yesterday's gravestone doji reversal candlestick. For those unfamiliar, a gravestone doji, it has that distinct upside-down T-shape. It signals sellers completely overwhelmed buyers after an initial push higher, often marks a significant potential top. It's a really powerful visual signal on a chart.
Visual signals are key. And speaking of signals, gold, GLD, it dipped about 0.4%. It's continuing that massive consolidation on the daily chart. Really looks like it's just taking a needed breather from its pretty overextended monthly trend.
Yeah, that consolidation makes sense given the run it had.
And silver, SLV, fell about 1%. Probably facing some profit taking after that explosive rally we flagged last week. But we're still pretty optimistic about its bullish momentum longer term, like on the weekly chart.
Still looking strong on that time frame, yeah.
The significance of understanding these candlestick patterns, like that gravestone doji for Bitcoin, it just can't be overstated. It's exactly the kind of practical skill that empowers traders to, maybe, anticipate moves better. And it's a core part of what we teach in the Grok Trade Mentorship program.
Absolutely. And moments like today, you see AMD's strong breakout, Bitcoin's clear reversal signal, markets reacting, pretty logically to inflation data. It really underscores the value of having a structured approach to trading.
Structure and discipline.
Right. The Grok Trade Mentorship program teaches traders not just how to spot these crucial patterns, but also, importantly, how to manage risk and maintain the discipline needed for more consistent results. It's a serious program designed to deliver real, tangible improvement in your trading.
Well said. So, to sum it all up, today felt like a seller-driven pullback, broadly speaking. Tech, though, surprisingly held firm. Markets are digesting that fresh inflation data and kind of bracing for more economic reports this week. And as we look ahead to tomorrow's PPI data, here's something to think about. Given today's choppiness, what implications might that producer inflation number have for this ongoing battle between, say, sector resilience and the broader market sentiment?
A great thought to chew on overnight.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Catch you in tomorrow's summary.